Alright, so in this video, we're going to be running through a killer YouTube ad script that you can use to sign more clients. But not just clients, you could literally use this to get more customers and use it for any type of business. You don't just have to be a coach or a service-based business. And I say it's a YouTube ad script, but it's really just a marketing framework. And you could actually use this same framework, not just in a YouTube ad, but you could use it for an email, a sales page, a normal sales video, a Facebook ad. It's essentially just a framework backed by marketing principles that has proven to convert someone from stranger into customer. So with that being said, let's dive into the script or the framework. So number one is the hook, which probably won't shock you if you've read any type of marketing book before, but we obviously want to start the YouTube ad off with a hook, and we typically take around 5 to 10 seconds to intro the hook. Now again, you've got to think on YouTube that these people are there waiting to watch a YouTube video. So you're interrupting them and you're the person that sits in between them and the content that you want to watch. So they're going to have ad blindness on. They aren't going to be wanting to be interested in what you have to say. So that's why the hook is super important, because you need to take someone who is probably a bit annoyed that you're showing up on their screen because you're restricting them from watching their content, and you've got to turn them from kind of annoyed into someone who is genuinely interested in what you have to offer. So obviously the hook is super important. And there's a few different ways that we found to intro a great YouTube ad hook. Now, the first way is by asking a question. So are you X experiencing Y? Or are you X looking to Y? So are you a high ticket coach looking to sign more clients this week? Now, I have to be honest with you, I despise these types of hooks. Like, I think they are so salesy and so markety. Like, are you a high ticket coach looking to sign more clients? Well, yes, obviously. Now, for our agency, I refuse to use these type of hooks in Facebook ads. But I have to admit, for YouTube ads, they sometimes work pretty well, especially if you are marketing to a market that is less exposed to marketing. So like for me, who's been in advertising for like 7 years at this point, if someone starts off a YouTube ad and says, are you an agency owner looking to sign more clients? I'm just like bored of that messaging. But if you're marketing to someone that is less exposed to marketing in general, maybe you're like a dating coach or a fitness coach, then you could probably use these types of hooks more often, and they will probably be more effective. So you could call them out directly by saying, are you X? But you could also call out the pains or frustrations. So for example, you could say, are you sick and tired of going from diet to diet without losing any weight? So you want to pick on a particular circumstance that your ideal client is experiencing at that time and the emotions wrapped around that. And you can just call that out, and obviously they are going to resonate with that message and be more interested in your ad. Or another way you could do it is start off with a big claim. So if you have a big juicy offer and you want to be more direct, you could just start off the ad with your offer. So if you know you're going to be targeting agency owners, for example, you could add in your offer. So you could start the ad by saying something like, we help agency owners get X in Y time frame. So pretty standard stuff. Whatever your offer is or your big promise of your service, your product, your program, whatever it is, you could start your YouTube ad off with that. And obviously, if your ideal customer wants what you have to offer, then you could hook them in. Another way that we do it, which is probably my favorite way, is what we call the avatar ad. So we actually started off in more of a story-based way, where we say she was or he was. And essentially what we're going to do right now is paint the pains and emotions of our ideal customer, but tell it as if we're talking about someone else. So instead of calling them out directly and be like, are you struggling with this? We could say, she was struggling with this. So for example, she was sick and tired and frustrated of going from diet to diet and not losing any weight. It's kind of like a lighter, more indirect way of obviously calling out their pain points, but not doing it in like the super salesy way of, are you sick and tired of this? Or are you sick and tired of why, right? We want to talk about it as if it's another different person, when really we're just talking about our avatar. But again, it's in a more story-based way, and it can capture more people's attention because the guard isn't up, because they don't think that you are directly talking to them and therefore directly selling to them. Okay, so part number 2 of the ad is the problem. So we typically take around 30 seconds for this part in the ad, and we basically go into the biggest problem that our client is experiencing. But not only that, the reason why they are experiencing the problem. So for example, we would just start it off like this. We would say, you see, the biggest problem today is, and then you would go into the problem. So it's not just connecting the pain points, but say for example, we were selling a manifestation course. We could start off this part of the ad by saying, you see, the biggest problem today is that people have manifesting completely wrong. And then I would go in to explain why people have it wrong. So for example, I could say, you see, people spend their morning routines doing visualizations, meditations, affirmations, and that's all good for that first hour of the day. But then they spend the rest of the day, the other 23 hours in the day, drowning in frustration, self-doubt, guilt, pessimism. So they can do all of the right things in the morning during the morning routine, but they spend the rest of the 23 hours of the day completely out of alignment. And that's why people can't manifest what they want. So you see there, what I did was I identified a big problem in the marketplace, and I gave the customer value in explaining why they were experiencing that problem. And because I was able to explain in a clear way that will resonate with them, they are now going to see me as the expert. Now, what we like to do here before we give them a solution is to actually do a mini soft CTA. So we've identified the problem, and if the prospect who's watching the ad, if their pain is big enough right now and it hurts enough, even after us explaining why they're experiencing the problem, they are going to be ready to take the next step. So what we do is to do a light CTA, usually takes around 5 seconds in the middle of the ad. So we could go something like this. So if you're ready to learn how to spend the full 24 hours of your day in alignment, then all you got to do is click the link below and book a call. So the way you would phrase it is say, if you are ready to, and then basically give them the solution to the problem. So be able to manifest for the full 24 hours of the day, be able to lose weight without going on a diet. Whatever your solution is, you want to say, if you are ready to X your solution, then all you need to do is click the link around the video and then just give them a quick CTA on what they need to do next after they click the link. And then after you've done the quick CTA, we can move on to section 4, which is the solution and the proof. So now we intro the solution to the problem that we discussed in the previous part of the video. Now, this is important. You can't just give a solution that everyone has heard of before. So for example, in the make money online space, your solution to quitting the 9-to-5, if that was the big problem that you helped solve, it can't be to start a dropshipping store. It can't be to start an Amazon FBA business. Now, here's the thing. The actual solution can be those things, but you can't frame it in that way. You need to position your solution as a new opportunity. It needs to be a unique mechanism that they haven't tried before. Because if you're marketing to an audience and you say, so this is why you want to start an Amazon FBA business, and you start talking about Amazon FBA, then all the people in that audience who have heard of Amazon FBA before, maybe they've tried Amazon FBA before, or they've at least seen ads like this, like Amazon FBA, then in their mind, they're going to be like, I've tried this before, I've heard about it before. They're not going to be excited by your solution. And for the most part, if they understand what Amazon FBA is, they could even just go to Google and be like, how to start an Amazon FBA business, and they're not going to need your help. So that's why everything that we need to do in our marketing, we need to position our solution and our product as a unique mechanism. And in the beginning, sometimes that can be by not explicitly saying what our solution is, i.e. if you run a e-commerce Shopify coaching business, in the ad, you generally don't want to tell the person that you are teaching them about dropshipping with Shopify. And in that case, that's if they are a new beginner and they're looking to make money online. Obviously, if your ideal avatar is already an e-commerce owner, then that's slightly different. So when you have introed the solution, now you want to back it up with social proof. It's not enough to just position your product as a unique opportunity, but you need to show the prospect that it works. So we can add proof in multiple different ways. Now, obviously the best form of social proof would be to be testimonials or screenshots or social proof of your previous students or previous customers who have successfully used your unique solution. But if you're brand new, it doesn't just have to be past customers. You could use your own story around the success that you've had. Obviously a bit less powerful, but at least that they can see that it's worked for someone. Or you could use other global case studies or statistics or research or findings that backs up that your solution works. And then what we want to do now, after you've given the solution, point 5, we want to give a CTA. And this CTA can piggyback on the back of the proof that you've just shown them. So for example, you could say, so if you want to learn how to get these results too, if you want to take advantage of this opportunity like X, Y, and Z did, then all you need to do is click the link, blah, blah, blah. Now, it's important with our CTAs is that we actually walk them through what's going to happen on the other side. Because what people don't like is the unknown. So people don't like to click a link without knowing what's on the other side. So in all of our ads, we walk the prospect through the process of what's going to happen after they click the link. So for example, you could say, you want to click the link around this video, it's going to take you to my website. All you need to do is enter your name and best email address, and then I'm going to send you the training video. Just something like that, that basically walks them through what's going to happen after they click, because then you remove the unknown and the uncertainty and they know what to expect, the more likely to click. And then the other benefit for that is as well, if someone knows what's going to happen, say for example, there is an opt-in page where they have to give you your information, then if they click knowing that's going to happen, then your conversions on the landing page is also going to increase as well, because the people have the expectation that they are going to have to opt in before they've even clicked the link. And this CTA usually lasts around 5 to 10 seconds. And then right at the end of the ad, after like the official video closes, we have what we call an end screen. And the end screen can basically be just a black screen, but then it has the CTA in writing on it. So for example, it could say, click the link around this video to access the training, or click the link around this video to get your special offer. Whatever your CTA is, just put it on the end screen. Because the thing is, if someone is interested and they watch the ad until the end, if the ad finishes as soon as you stop speaking, the video that they wanted to watch on YouTube is going to automatically start playing. And that could grab their attention, it could distract them, and even if they were interested in clicking the link and buying your product, they might think in their mind, okay, I'll come back to that later. The video that I wanted to watch initially has started playing, so I'm going to watch this. And that means you've probably lost a customer. So we want to stop speaking and we want to put an end screen at the end of the ad for around 10 seconds, just so then it gives them time to think and it gives them time to be like, okay, I'm going to take action and I'm going to click the link like your ad asked them to. And that's pretty much it. That is the YouTube ad outline that we've used for our clients at the agency. And like I said, it's not really a script. It is a marketing and sales framework. And you can take that framework and you could write a killer email, a killer Facebook ad, a killer sales page, because again, it's backed by marketing and human psychological principles that get people to buy.